going to go 6-1 on this road trip. They're going to have one heck of a second half. The Cavaliers lead 74-59. Grant, Ryan, and we bring in Jerry, who is joining us here at the intermission. Jerry, the Cavaliers, boy, oh boy, what a shooting display they put on in that first half, huh?
Yeah, they're a really good team, and they really had an unusually good shooting half, I think. I mean, I don't know if they can keep that up, but they are certainly an elite team, as their record would indicate here in the new year. But, the Kings offensively are doing pretty well. I mean, it's just a matter you can't stop the other team. But, my DirecTV went out with about 4 minutes to go. So I'm not in a good mood,
Well, at least you have power. That's better than a lot of people in the state of California.
So that's a great point. Great point. I mean, not being able to watch.
They call me Mr. Positive. I don't know if you know that or not.
Well, I've never heard that description, but I mean, on this particular case, you might be accurate.
Rhino, what are your thoughts on that first half?
You know what? I love the way the Kings are playing. The difference in the game right now is threes and frees. The free throws and the threes are killing the Kings. They're sharing the ball well, 16 assists, turnovers are low, 5 turnovers, and the Cavs give up the most assists in the NBA to their opponent. So if the Kings can make a run, I think they're in a good position.
The Kings only shot 1 free throw. I think they're going to have a very difficult time winning this game. Long road trip, last game, down by 15 or 16 at the break. Not that that's insurmountable. I mean, they're 15-point lead. The Kings can make up in 5 minutes. But do I think the Cavs are going to shoot this well in the third and fourth quarters? No, I don't. But I don't think the Kings are going to shoot as well either. How about Sabonis? Do you know that Sabonis almost had a triple-double in the first quarter of this game?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before.
I mean, it's just remarkable. I mean, the guy, and he just is so unselfish, I mean, he really turns down a lot of chances to score, to find teammates who can score. But as you said, chases every ball. I mean, it's amazing to me how good a rebounder he is, because obviously he's not long-armed and great jumper, but he goes after every ball. And we look around the league and you see a lot of lively 7-footers that get 5 rebounds a game or something. So anyway, Kings are very fortunate to have him. And I said the other day to somebody, he's the very best center in the history of the entire Kings franchise, going back to the Rochester Royals. I mean, there was never a center with Cincinnati as good as him, or the Kansas City Kings and the Sacramento Kings. I mean, that's saying a lot, but it's true.
Not good enough to be an all-star, though.
No, I guess not. Yeah. Well, I'm still a little pissed about that, but
it's unbelievable to me.
It's amazing. They got to have a couple Lakers for sure, and that sort of thing. But I wouldn't say anybody. There's nobody on there that isn't an all-star caliber player, but certainly Domas should have been on there. That's all.
Guys, here's what concerns me a little bit about this game right now. And if, let's say, in the first 6 minutes of this third quarter, the lead widens, I could see this being a real ugly fourth quarter. I mean, it's getaway day. Guys have been on the road for a long time. Everyone wants to get home, the weather, everything. And the first 5 to 6 minutes of this second half, you got to make a run here, or else I think this thing's going to get ugly. That's my fault. That's my feeling.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, that's why, hopefully the Kings can come out and just cut into it a little bit, because if you could go into the fourth quarter down 10 points or something,
you're right there.
It's the NBA, and 10-point leads go away in 2 minutes. We saw that the last game with the Bulls, and but you see it every night. You see it every night in the NBA. Teams 15, 20-point leads just go away pretty quick, with the 3-point shots the reason.
Yeah, no doubt, Jerry. The 3-point shots is the reason, but I think this is one of those games where the Kings, the heart of the Cavaliers defense is in the middle, in the paint. Dribble penetration, they are susceptible to, which we saw in this first half. So if De'Aaron can start spreading that ball around, Davion Mitchell's done a decent job of that. I think that can really make a difference and maybe be that run we're talking about that swings this game.
All right, let's get to Baki. He wants to ask a question here at halftime from Belgrade. Baki, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good,
Hey,
good.
Rocky.
What can we do for you?
Okay. I would like one thing to clear about the tactics, if you allow me.
Go ahead.
And my question, maybe Jerry can explain. He was the coach himself. Uh, if you have Keegan Murray's body temperature at high and also his shooting percentage at very high after 10 minutes of play, and you put him to defend a player like Mitchell so deep in the court at the top of the paint. So no way he can stop him like that and steal the ball. And what has happened? Mitchell just got out of it, and Keegan with 2 early fouls, and I don't know.
Well, yeah, that's a great
Now
question.
explain to me.
Yeah, well, it's tough to explain, to be honest. Because I think it is a tough matchup for Keegan. Keegan is certainly one of the Kings' better defenders, but Donovan Mitchell, I'm like you. I don't know that I'd have ever put him on Donovan Mitchell. That's really a tough call, and he's so quick and aggressive. And as you said, then Keegan being out of the game, then you lose the hot hand. So probably one of those things. I think if the game could start over, I think Coach Brown would maybe do it differently. That's really the only thing I'd say.
Okay, thank you
Good
very
question,
much.
Bucky. Thank you. Great question. So, Mitchell had 19 points. All right. So it really, nobody on the Kings could really do much with him. I mean, he took 12 shots, he made 7. He was 3 of 5. He also had 4 assists and no turnovers. I mean, he was brilliant in the first half.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody could guard him. I mean, if anything, I probably would try Kessler Edwards or someone like that on him, and because you want to keep Keegan on the floor. I just think with just for that reason. And so that's, but it's one of those things. When the game starts, you don't know how it's going to go, and you think maybe. And I could see Coach Brown thinking, well, Keegan's length might bother Donovan. Well, it hasn't.
Yeah.
And that's where Mitchell's such a tough cover because he is so strong and powerful. Length doesn't bother him like a lot of 6'3" guards would.
Yeah, no doubt. It is a very tough cover, but that's what these Kings do. They switch around. They've had success putting him on smaller players in the past. So tonight it just didn't work out. There's good shot making going on tonight.
All right,
Yeah.
I got the Cavaliers winning this game 134-118. Let's get your predictions. Ryan, what do you think?
I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to say the Kings come through. They're going to have a big run in the third quarter. Get the lead. Don't turn back. Kings 127, Cleveland 121.
All right.
Boy, I hope you're right, Ryan. It's about time you be right. Gee.
I know. I need one, Jer.
But sadly, I've got the Cavs at 127, Kings 120.
Yeah, I just can the Kings come back from 15? Yeah, they can come back from 15 with 3 minutes gone by in the third quarter. But I'm just looking at the whole totality of the road trip and everything else, and I'm a little worried about this first 5 to 6 minutes of the third quarter. But we'll be here. We'll break it down at the end of the contest. All right. So let's say the Kings do come back and win. Ryan, what do you think is going to be one of the 2 keys for your prediction to be correct?
They need to get to the free throw line at least 15 times, and also the 3-point percentage needs to be above 50%.
Jerry?
Well, I think they definitely have got to start getting to the line, get going, get the ball going downhill a little bit, play a little more inside out, and this is a half where you need Fox to become a hero. You really need just a special half from him, which we know he can have.
Yep.
And so, but to me, that'll be the keys.
And I think you're going to need Monk, to have one of those halves too, which he's capable of. But those are some big ifs. I look at the Kings, and once again, they're getting absolutely nothing. Shouldn't say once again. Herter has been playing better, but he did nothing in that first half. I mean, he played 16 minutes. He only made 1 shot. Ends up with 3 points. But it's your starters and Monk, I think, will determine this game. But first of all, are we not giving Cleveland enough credit? They're playing as well as almost any team in the league right now. They've won 9 of 10. They won 5 in a row. And the game's not over yet. but they're showing Kings fans why they are really good this year, and they are so high up in the Eastern Conference.
Oh, I agree with that. I've been watching. I mean, really, I think they'll pass, of course, the 76ers with the Embiid out, but I think
I
the
agree.
Knicks, I think the Knicks and the Cavs, and I think both the Knicks and the Cavs could pass maybe Milwaukee. I think there's some issues going on there. So I think they could be one of the top 2 or 3 before this is over with. So yeah, they're a legit team. They've got it covered just about every way.
Yeah.
Yeah, JB Bickerstaff's team has not had he hasn't had a healthy team all year. So that's another thing you think about.
Yeah, just got Mobley back, and I mean Mobley's not playing like he can, but he will. And yeah, this is a team. I think it's a great. I mean, JB has done a nice job too. To put Max Struss as more of a forward. You've got 2 bigs in there, so you can play small, and they're really not small. But man, that floor gets spaced.
All right. I know it's still 72 hours away. I'm talking about the NBA trade deadline. Yes or no? Ryan, let's just have some fun with this. You think the Kings are going to make a move before the deadline?
They will not make a move that alters their rotation.
I would agree with you. I don't think they will either. Jerry?
I don't think they will. I mean, I think they might try to get another roster guy, kind of the Kessler Edwards kind of move, but I don't see anything more than that, which likely might help a little, but not a needle mover.
Yeah. Well, again, it's some work to do. 74-59 at the break, and Ryan and me will be back here right after the contest, and we'll talk about it. Jerry, be thankful you got power, Jerry. Okay,
yes.
Be thankful you got the power.
Guys, for being so inconsiderate.
Yes,
yes, and Mr. Positive, I appreciate you bringing that up.
Thank you. I appreciate you pointing that out, Jerry.
Yeah, that may be a new nickname for you, Mr. Positive.
Did you see he had to stall for a second when you called him Mr. Positive? He's like,
yeah, well,
oh, that's me.
Yeah, you never heard that term before.
Oh my gosh! All right, Jerry. Thank you. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys.
Oh my God!
Take care.
Bye,
Oh my God! What an absolute beauty he is. All right. Oh,
well,
man.
Grant, if you're going to fire off at him, he's coming right back.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. We'll be here after the game, and we'll see if the Kings have a comeback in store for them. Talk to you in a little more than an hour.